your mouth out.
Court is in session with Ryan in Sacktown on If You Don't Like That. Now, Ryan in Sacktown.
Oh, must be Ryno.
What's up? You made it. Happy Friday. We finished the week off with a bang here on If You Don't Like That, the King's Court's in session. How's everybody doing? What do we want to talk about? You know, I come with my list of things that I want to hit. It's also a Wrestling Friday, which means that Adam will be joining us usually around the 4 o'clock hour to debrief in more depth SummerSlam and talk about what we saw Monday night, some returns, and what we should expect to see tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. You know, this is the time of year. Like, we're almost there with football. We're almost there. NBA executives, they are getting away. This is when you get your vacation in. This is when everybody starts in the NBA, with the exception of some of the players, most of the players, gearing up for the season. This is your last time off. It's kind of like your last week of summer vacation. And because of that, it's usually a dead news cycle. And I'm good with that. I know what to expect when we are in the second week, first week, third week of August. You know, I go to ESPN. I'm looking at my iPad right now. It's the Little League Softball World Series. We're seeing women's pickleball on TV. So, like, cool. I'm fine with that. Give me that. Don't give me what we have been getting this week. Holy crap. Just the crappy stories. The stuff that you don't want to see, you're tired of talking about, and they pop up again, as you can see in the graphic on my screen. Yes, the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. We'll get there in a second. I'm going to pose this question from the top. Who isn't paying Kawhi Leonard? Who isn't? Can we start that list? I think it might be a little shorter than who is paying Kawhi Leonard. So before we get there, I just got to say, I was looking at the show last night. So one of the things that Grant taught me, some others that have had very successful careers in the radio business or now have kind of swerved to podcasting, is you have to listen to your own work. You have to look back at your own work. Now, I'll do like a quality control. I'll go to the YouTube page, maybe around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'll pick like 2 or 3 spots in the show just to make sure that we're having no tech issues. And y'all are usually pretty good about telling us if we have something going on tech-wise. But last night, I realized Jerry Reynolds got over on us, and Jerry Reynolds got over on us big. I had to pull out my cell phone, send him a text, and apologize that I did not catch this. Hilarious. Check this out. He added his title under his name, and his title is Family ATM. Good job, Jerry. Good job. See, that is the beauty of Jerry Reynolds. He drops these little Easter eggs all over the place, whether they're verbal, whether it's something he does, a facial expression. Jerry Reynolds, Family ATM. There's only one. There is only one Jerry Reynolds. Thank you to everybody that is also joining us on the podcast, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all the other places that you find most podcasts. Appreciate you. Numbers have been through the roof. Football's back. Hey, I told you last night I told you yesterday, I'm like, look, most people don't really like preseason football. I love preseason football. This is where dudes, especially when you're playing as early as the Hall of Fame game, this is where dudes get opportunities to make teams. And damn it, did you see what Haynes King did last night on the final play of the game?
Oh, have a chance. Game on the line. King, he's going to step up. Pumps, runs, goal line. Is he in? Yes! Carolina wins! Haynes King. King of the night. Look at him. Oh.
Tarico Collinsworth calling it like it's a playoff game. Let's go, Haynes King. If he never plays in the NFL, like not a regular season game, how cool is that you have that moment? That's so cool. Like, you can't take that away from him. He's in Panthers uniform. He put together a late drive. It was a decent game. Let's go, Haynes. How about that? That's how you make an NFL roster right there. Maybe not that roster, but someone's roster. So good job by Haynes King. All right. We do have some other stuff that I want to get to, and I am just so tired of getting to it. But first, I want to check in with all of you. What's up today? By the way, if you want to talk about something else, bring it. You can call the show, put it in the chat. I welcome that. Those watching on X and YouTube, the hardcores of the hardcores this time of the summer, when you could be doing so many other things, but chilling here on YouTube, much appreciated. Same goes for those listening via podcast. We start from the top. Let's see. Our guy Red California gets in early. He gets in the studio before I'm in the studio. Is this a hot take? 49ers have a lot of pressure to win this year because their players CMC, Kittle, Trent, Bosa are getting older and moving out of their primes. Their current window is closing. Great question. It's an excellent question. Take the injuries away. If this team is healthy, and I mean, George Kittle, he's already recovered, or even better, let's say that the Achilles never happened. You have seven guys out of your 22 starters that are 30 or older. So to me, yes, it is starting to get a little more narrow. Now, for me, I'm an NBA guy. Doesn't mean I don't know NFL, but like NBA is my wheelhouse. For whatever reason, I have been blessed with the ability to read basketball, and I'm so thankful for it. But a lot of those that do that with football, they say, well, if you have a quarterback, then, you always have a chance. There is no freaking way. I got rid of that guy last night. There's no way that horsefly is still alive. Did he just zoom by my head? Dude, this horsefly that somehow has gotten into this studio, and I've told this before, if there is a fly anywhere around, I can't concentrate. I got to go hunt that thing down, like to the point where I know like the places they try to hide when they get in here. And he must have taken 7 salt gun shots straight to the dome and to the wings. And bro, I watched you hit the ground, but then I couldn't find him. Great. Now watch. This is, first off, flies are the most disgusting things, most disgusting insects ever made because of what they do, how they eat, the stuff that they're on. But they're also the stupidest insects because you have all this space away from me to just go and chill and do your own thing, but they have to like buzz around your head. They're touching your ankles. Well, fly hunting tonight. Fly hunting again tonight on the menu. So yeah, I think the Niners window is starting to close. We'll get to some more comments in a second. We're gonna break format because I love talking to this dude down in SoCal. Right. Full of Twitter stuff. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey Ryan, did I call too early?
No,
Did
no,
I
you're
kind of take away your intro?
nope,
Or
nope. I break form anytime anybody calls. Most people call. So yes.
yeah, um, yeah. I mean, this whole Kawhi Leonard thing coming out, with the, Halo Dome making company and the soccer team in Rhode Island, it's just so unfortunate because arguably Kawhi is probably the greatest two-way player ever. Um, And I think one of the greatest achievements that Kawhi Leonard has done is effectively end two different dynasties. So when he beat the Miami Heat with the San Antonio Spurs in 2014, he kind of ended the Heat dynasty and they disbanded afterwards. Otherwise, the Miami Heat might have, you know, three-pitted. And then in 2019, when he beat the Kevin Durant Warriors, he also effectively disbanded that dynasty as well, preventing the three-peat. But ever since he left Toronto, it's just been a downfall travesty. He blew the 3-1 lead against the Denver Nuggets in the bubble. They lost to Denver again in 7 games in 2024, and he was finally healthy with James Harden. He had a good season last year, second All NBA team, but they lost to 37-year-old Steph Curry in the play-in. And
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he's been very. I mean, he's a nonchalant guy, but I think he's been just extra nonchalant ever since he joined the Clippers in the big losses that I mentioned. And maybe, him getting funneled money kind of goes to that. Maybe he was not as motivated, but this is embarrassing. And Kawhi Leonard, regardless of the outcome, should apologize to entire NBA, especially to the kids who looked up to him as a role model, guy who's been, labeled as just a humble and hardworking guy, stays away from drama and everything. But what he's done was just embezzlement, and it's a crime. It could be, there could be a, criminal prosecution for this. It's like an organization funneling money. Just in this case, as a player doing that. So it's just it's such a travesty, especially to the kids who just really looked up to him as a role model, including myself. He's a Southern California guy. He went to the San Diego State, Aztec guy, Aztec pride. You know all about that. So I'm just really disappointed in him, and just really unfortunate that that there's gonna be a stain in his career, just to the fact that again, he's probably the greatest two way basketball player ever.
I don't know if I'm ready to say the greatest two-way basketball player ever. I can't go
Okay.
there,
Hmm.
but everything you said is spot on about. I wonder how kids are going to look at this because I don't know that kids are really going to understand what he's in trouble for, but
Fair.
definitely
Yeah.
adults are going to question this. And look, I'm not going to sit here and say I know Kawhi personally. I have his phone number in my phone. Like, I talk to him all the time, but I've been around Kawhi, even when he was in the pros.
Yeah.
And I, my friends that are on the coaching staff that coached Kawhi, um, that know him that way, like this is so outside his moral fabric. And I'm just having a really hard time reconciling, like thinking about Kawhi being the mastermind of this. Like it just doesn't feel right. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Even if, Uncle Dennis and, whoever's making these deals and Kawhi's given them the autonomy to do so, it's still ultimately on him to make sure he understands what's coming to him and why it's coming to him. And you're right. Like I this and you're kind of jumping ahead of me because Adam Silver is in such an uncomfortable spot now with this slow time in sports and Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioners, also in just as uncomfortable spot. So, what's the reaction, Tay, right now in LA? I mean, are fans kind of like believing he's guilty now that you just keep getting more and more that comes out? Do they even care?
Yeah, I mean, the aspiration was one thing, but the fact that more things are coming out with the soccer team in Rhode Island and the TV making company or whatever. It's kind of, they're adding ash to the fire. So, more and more, the consensus is that, he is going to be punished to a certain degree. And, a lot of the Clippers fans were actually excited about the trade. I mean, in no way, shape, or form is Brandon Ingram better than Kawhi in any capacity, but they were actually excited to see, Ingram, Garland, Wagler, and, the Grady Dick. They were actually excited to see that kind of tandem to see, restart with the young guys, and thought, that lineup can potentially again challenge themselves in the playoffs. So they're disappointed about the trade and the opportunity to turn the page on him, because obviously Kawhi hasn't done anything since 2019, and we just helped the Oklahoma City Thunder build a dynasty with SGA, and they used that pick to build, pick Jalen Williams. So we were excited to turn on the page, and Brendan Ingram's been showing. He's been kind of going around Southern California. The other day he was spotted in Laguna Beach as well. I don't know how he feels about that. So overall, it's just a lot of disappointment. The fact that we still cannot move on, and also the unforeseen situation as to what the implications are going to be, whether that's taking away future draft assets and whatnot. So just a lot of uncertainty in the air at the moment.
Yeah, and I don't want to just put it on Kawhi because we haven't gotten to the new stuff yet, but that's the company, the news that came out today, that's the company that installed the screens
Yep.
in
Yeah.
Intuit Dome. And so that again ties Steve Ballmer back to it in a way. So it's funny because the NBA, the CBA has it's very narrow in how you can punish Kawhi, but there's much more clear discretion in punishing Ballmer. And I don't know how the NBA is going to hammer Ballmer and not do something significant to Kawhi. So this is exactly what I thought it was. They have the results of that report, but they don't know how to punish this thing. And I think the other side, both sides are going to be combative about it, and that's the last thing you want being fought in public.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Adam Silver, or just theoretical, I think maybe a half season suspension for Kawhi and taking away maybe 2 years of draft picks might suffice. But that's just me, and again, just really unfortunate this is happening to our Southern California guy.
Amen, brother. Amen. What's the weather like down there?
It's kind of getting cooler this week. It was really hot last week, up in mid 90s, but it's been kind of cooler. Today is like 87 without too much humidity. So it's tolerable, I guess.
Do you have AC or not?
Yeah.
Okay, you got AC.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. All right, brother. Well, have a great weekend. I appreciate the call. Always like catching up with you, man. Be safe.
All right. Have a good weekend, Ryan. Thank you.
Good stuff, dude. Tay knows his hoops, man. Tay knows his hoops. I've thought about asking a few of you who I think really know your hoops to do like a podcast episode with me. Tay is on the short list of the guys that I would want to do that with. Mr. Moss already knows that anytime, any place we can rap. But good insight right there from the heart of the situation. Red California. And again, quarterback is much more mental decision-making position. So quarterbacks can stay elite much longer. And I don't remember any 40-year-old running backs, wide receivers, or tight ends winning MVP. Very good point. Grant disagreed because everyone gets older. Yeah, there's also momentum too tied to it. The funny thing is, Red, I thought at the end of last season when it was just straight up attrition on that roster, and they were dropping like flies are about to drop tonight in this studio as soon as we finish this show. I thought there was like a grit, a personality, a swag that grew around that Niners unit. And I guess y'all were kind of bland and boring to me. Like, it was very mechanical. There wasn't any, I mean, outside of, you got your guys like Fred Warner, etc. But I liked that. I liked what that was looking like when y'all were coming to Seattle. I was worried, legit worried. I was on the airwaves saying, like, I do not like this. And everybody's trying to convince me, dude, how are they going to beat Seattle with this many people out? Well, they just went into Philadelphia. So maybe that carries over. Maybe. Rudy, one of my favorite names.
You ready, champ?
You ready, champ?
I'm ready for this my whole life.
Rudy, yes, favorite movie ever. Loaded Weapons. Interesting. Maybe I'll get that in a second. Kawhi Leonard, and he just laid it out right now. It's an embarrassment and should apologize. Well, you know, Jerry Reynolds made a fabulous point last night or yesterday on this show. We're not hearing a lot of owners coming out and being upset publicly about all this. So do they have a few things in the, como se dice, closet that they are not wanting to be discovered? Are they living in glass houses? It's an interesting question. And that's why we have Jer. Ryan, did our Kings sign Kobe Brown? Not sure. I will check my email. Nothing from the Kings in my email. But I do know this. Markel Sutton was signed, I believe, by Chicago to a two-way deal. So that's a lot of fans were like, oh, you got to get Sutton. Bring Sutton. Give him the third two-way. He's gone. He signed an Exhibit 10, reportedly, with Chicago. So that will open up another spot for the Kings in training camp. Flores, what's up, dude? Happy Friday to you as well. NFL is back. Yes, we do get some NFL. So I watched Hard Knocks last night. That was really good because it's the Seahawks. Although I was almost derailed by this new show that's on HBO called Monsters of God. Insane. It's about the exotic reptile trade and like how it started in the 60s and the 70s. I got like halfway through an episode and I stopped her. I'm like, all right, I gotta wait. I gotta watch this one with my wife. I can drag her into this one. It's that good. But no, we should have some preseason football this week, and I was see if I can pull up the schedule for you really quick. Let's see. You know what's always fun too? The different combinations in the booth for preseason for local broadcasts. So if you have NFL Network, you're gonna get like wall to wall preseason football because they will just keep replaying games that are outside of this market. Schedule. Give me some schedules for the preseason. Hall of Fame, that's in the books. So preseason games start next week. So next week on Thursday, Detroit at Cincinnati, Green Bay at Pittsburgh, Indy at New England, Arizona. Damn, quick turnaround. They've got to play another one in Arizona at Vegas. So you'll probably get that one here locally. Chargers at Texans, Tennessee at the Niners. Will the Niners have enough guys to play? Just curious. Friday, Denver at Atlanta, Tampa at New York, Miami at Washington. And then Saturday, you've got another full slate. Carolina at Buffalo, Cleveland at Chicago, Minnesota at the Giants, Los Angeles, the Rams at Kansas City, Jacksonville at New Orleans, Philly at Baltimore, and Dallas at the defending champs, Lumen Field, Seattle Seahawks. So if you have NFL Network, you're not going to see all these live, but these will be in rotation all week long. So you'll be able to get your fill of preseason football. That's usually how I do it. Ryno's least favorite horror movie, The Fly. Dude, Peter, they're disgusting. Some of them around here, they bite because they're thirsty. They're gross. They're just gross. The mechanics of how they exist, gross. Question: MLB banned Pete Rose for betting on baseball. Should the NBA give Kawhi Leonard a lifetime ban from the National Basketball Association? He circumvented the cap intentionally. I don't think, dumbass. This thing's just right here in front of my face. Excuse me for the bad language. My bad, Tedora, if you heard that. I need to know more, honestly, before I'm ready to say, like, give him the death penalty. I don't know. I don't know if I can put gambling and cap evasion in the same category. Maybe. I mean, this thing keeps snowballing and getting worse, and we'll talk about it here in a few minutes. We'll let you know what has happened in the last 24 hours. But I got to tell you, Steve Ballmer, a couple of weeks ago, getting pissed because the report or the punishment has not come out, and him calling out Pablo Torre and saying that this reporting's BS. Nah. Michael Jordan, okay. It was Uncle Dennis, man. Hey, look, I do not know of many examples where family members and friends really work out when you use them in the roles like Uncle Dennis was in for Kawhi. Sometimes you need somebody around you that's not a yes man. And I'm not saying Uncle Dennis is a yes man, but you need somebody around you that will tell you what you need to hear. And that doesn't always happen when it comes to relationships like that. Or on the flip side, the player gets a little brainwashed. Like, look at what happened with Ace Bailey, man, a couple of years ago. We will get to it, Flores. And like I said, when I started the show, I would rather have to come on here and fill an hour about whatever than have to talk about some of the topics that we're going to hit today and what we had to talk about yesterday with Greg Papa. Like, it sucks. It sucks. Period. End of story. I'll ask you in a little bit, Adam. Sac State at Oregon or versus Oregon State. Oh, they're playing Oregon. Okay. Will they score a touchdown? Probably not, Dorian. Probably not. Maybe. Are you going to go to that game, Dorian? It's not a bad roadie. What's up, Lynn, on the travel? Lynn's wife was hitting me up yesterday. Their travel was all messed up. Podcast list: HH, Corndog, Tay, JR, Baki, Adam, Dirk, Moss, JR, and Kazi. See, I don't want to offend anybody. If I went top to bottom, Haunted Horse, yes, but it would not necessarily be about sports. It would be about the evolution of streaming and content, because he's in that game and running 1,000,000 miles an hour and doing a great job at it. Corndog, I don't even know if Corndog's still alive. I have not heard from Corndog in a minute. You know, he might have found like a regular, the first release Nintendo, and been in his room for the last 9 months. Who knows? JR. You talking about Romy? Romy will never come on this show. I can promise you that. Tay, absolutely. Baki, yes. Adam, no. He already has wrestling. Dirk, absolutely. Moss, absolutely. JR, again, if you're talking about Rome, Romey ain't coming here. Unless y'all force his arm, maybe we could get him here. Wonder if I could get Romey here. Reinvention project, the reverse of the reinvention. He knows I'm in the content game. Knows that I've been on the radio. Maybe, highly unlikely, but it's been done before by others. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all would have to like do a campaign. Yeah, I couldn't push that on my own. It was posted on Facebook. Okay, talking about a King signing. Wait, did you watch? No, I did not watch Shawshank Redemption yet. Did not do it yet. We'll get that done maybe this weekend. All right, so there's questions in the chat about JR. You're talking about Jerry Reynolds. Jerry's here every Wednesday. I get to do that. We get to do that with Jerry together. Not gonna have him come on just to record a podcast individually. Okay, let's get to a couple other stories. I thought this was really funny. The new Purdue athletic director thought he would throw a cute line in about teams and recruits, specifically at Purdue. They want to win championships. So if you don't want to win championships, you can go to school at
Recruit. Every current student athlete will hear this message repeatedly. We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm sorry. Didn't hold on, let me do the math. Carry the one. Didn't Indiana win the national championship in football, sir? Did I hear that right?
Recruit. Every current student athlete will hear this message repeatedly. We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
Nice try. He got a couple, you know, like the people that are trying to get like close to him, the mandatory, like, I'm gonna laugh even though it's not funny. He got a couple. See? Yeah, let me check the all-time championship records between Purdue and Indiana. Indiana has 25 national championships across all their sports. Purdue, 3. 3. I like the motivation, but I would not be calling out Kurt Signetti
Win championships.
and those at Indiana.
If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
So that's a little bit more of a fun situation, fun moment that happened. All right, I want to preface this topic by saying this is not about politics. Please, I think most of us are responsible. This is not about politics. This is about how screwed up the WNBA is. And you can point back to the commissioner. You could point back to when she was taking a question not too long ago. And she basically says, well, if I was a man, you wouldn't have asked me that.
Everybody's focused on me, and you should be focused on the hundreds of amazing women and thousands of women who run this league outside of myself. Our women owners, our women board of governors, our women GMs and women head coaches, and my whole team of, diverse women and men who are working hard every day to get the 30th season tipped off by May 8th. But I appreciate that you're focused on me as well. I wonder whether you would ask that of a man, by the way. But I realize as women, we get asked different questions than men do. But look,
that's the mindset up top. That's the mindset that is running the rudderless WNBA, which, by the way, even this season has never turned a profit in its existence. You have players that are trashing the referees. You have players that are trashing the commissioner. You have a lot of race stuff that goes on back and forth, especially around Caitlin Clark. You have the commissioner blow off Dan Patrick. You have the WNBA on their socials post 2 players, and I get they were being casual, but making a bet on a game. Like, they're rudderless. And this is why I remind you and reset this. Enes Kanter, down one. Enes Kanter, let me get my logo out of there. Black logo is so much better than the white logo. Just saying. If you remember him, he was a first-round pick in the NBA. But Enes Freedom declares for 2027 WNBA draft under self-ID rules. Freedom, who played 11 seasons in the NBA, averaging 11.2 points and 7.8 rebounds, says the league's guidelines allow self-identification without defining women. So he meets every requirement. He emphasizes equal application of rules amid transgender inclusion talks, insisting he's not mocking anyone. Commentators like Riley Gaines called it genius, while others see it as a policy challenge. The WNBA has not responded. He put together, it was almost like he was, and it's a digital setup, but he's sitting at the desk of a digital sports center show or a show that's like that. But here were his comments, his announcement that he is going to make himself eligible for the WNBA draft.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Wowzers. So, again, not going politics. It's not what I'm doing. It's not what this show is about. In fact, I can't stand politics crossing into sports. But for him to have the ability to do this, and no, I don't think he's going to go play in the WNBA. It would not get there. But the bigger point is, how are you not looking at your policies? And I get it's murky. I get it's muddy. I don't understand everything in that realm. I am not educated enough to speak to the rules and the people and their beliefs on both sides of that. But this is just, what's next for the WNBA? It's snowball, 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 snowball. It's time for a change. Kathy Engelbert needs to be gone as WNBA commissioner. Gone yesterday. Because when you have somebody that acts like this and has this mindset, it comes from the top down. Again, this was her not too long ago taking a question.
Everybody's focused on me, and you should be focused on the hundreds of amazing women and thousands of women who run this league outside of myself. Our women owners, our women board of governors, our women GMs and women head coaches, and my whole team of diverse women and men who are working hard every day to get the 30th season tipped off by May 8th, but I appreciate that you're focused on me as well. I wonder whether you would ask that of a man, by the way. But I realize as women, we get asked different questions than men do, but look, I'm so proud of this.
Isn't that like what we've seen? It's like this chip on a shoulder. It's this element of entitlement. It's this almost like we're Globo Gym and we're better than you and we know it. And quite frankly, you're not. Not speaking to the women and their skills playing the game of basketball. I am speaking to the league as a whole. You had Caitlin freaking Clark. You had the golden goose coming into your league and giving you an opportunity to open up your product to a much broader group of individuals. That being those that had followed Caitlin Clark's career, that weren't basketball fans, but were fans of her. Heck, I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and her daughter is into basketball. She's younger. And my cousin's like, "Oh, have you heard of that the girl, I think it's like Caitlin," and I'm like, "Caitlin Clark?" And she's like, yeah, Caitlin Clark. My daughter loves her. In fact, that's why my daughter wanted to start playing basketball. Like the WNBA, it's not like that golden goose dropped out of the sky. You had time to prepare a great marketing plan around it. You had time to prepare and set up things as a business to maximize the added opportunity that you were going to get with her coming to the WNBA. And quite frankly, they have completely done the opposite with it. They have dropped the ball. Don't hit me with, yeah, they just signed a TV rights deal. Okay, their games are on the CW. It's just like, come on, man. So now this is just the latest thing. I mean, I'm going to ask a serious question here. When was the last time you saw the WNBA in the news stream for anything positive? I'll wait. Anyone? Last chance. I don't remember the last time I saw the WNBA in the news stream for something positive. You could talk about maybe the TV deal. Maybe that's it. And my man, Adam Silver, your hands aren't exactly clean either. It's becoming very, very apparent that this whole thing, Adam Silver's commissionership, very well could hinge on how this is covered. He works for the owners. The players are not going to take... Look, I can tell you, players are all for their guys getting paid. But when you're getting paid under the table on top of what you're getting paid, to the degree that it appears Kawhi Leonard has been getting, dude, players aren't going to take nicely to that either. I get that Adam Silver cannot monitor every single contract himself. He can't be in the room for every negotiation. But you parlay this with what's going on with gambling and a bunch of other things. Adam Silver is ignoring the fire, but instead he's watering the backside of his lawn. His house is on fire, but he's watering his backyard, launching NBA Europe. And, maybe we'll talk about it. You know what it is? The whole expansion thing, that's exactly what it is. It's this bright, shiny toy that Adam Silver's putting in front of you. Hey, look here. Look here. Don't look here. Look here. Everybody likes expansion. Who's going to be the new teams? Are Seattle going to get one? I don't remember the last time you had dual commissioners like this, and it's kind of rare where you have a professional sport where there's the male version and the female version here in America, but there is not a more screwed up combined management of a said sport right now than these two. So, like I said earlier in the show, I wish we weren't talking about Kawhi. I wish we weren't talking about the WNBA. I wish we weren't talking about Adam Silver. I wish we were talking about, damn, man, all I can get on the tube is Little League World Series. Like, I wish we were arguing about Kings backups. But instead, it's just garbage at the right or the wrong time. Stinks. Like, I was really hoping to get to the Zach LaVine side of Anthony Slater's article. I'm not sure that we will today because we have wrestling coming up in a little bit. But let's check in with all of you again. Oh, you know what? Before I check in with you, check this out. So it's not uncommon. Most G League teams hold open tryouts, but now they are attaching a fee to it. And I've seen the fees anywhere from like $250 to $150. And there has been an example of a player that's come from an open G League tryout to making it all the way to the NBA and signing a $20 million contract. But you do need to tie something to make sure you're serious about it to be able to participate, right? So, for instance, this is the Detroit Pistons G League team hosting open tryouts. Now, this was a summary about when they opened it up because said tryout did happen, but you'll see like other teams listed here that will be having them as well. I know Stockton typically holds one. I don't know if they charge. Here's the thing, man. Even if you're going to do an open tryout and you're going to do the $250, $150, like you need to be vetted. You need to send a resume. Like if it was WWE Tough Enough or any other reality thing, like you're sending a video, you're giving them some tape, you're letting them see that you can actually play basketball, that you're taking it seriously. No, look at what happened in Detroit. This thing turned into a fantasy camp. You know those fantasy camps that adults go to? Where they get to act like they're part of the college football team for a week or an NBA team for a week. Like, I'm wondering this. See that guy down by the hoop? What's his number? Is it like 182? Is that just his number for tryouts, or is that his weight in kilograms? The referees are taller than anybody on the court. This is not being taken seriously. This is a $250 open run. Like, I'm all for guys getting a chance, but number 182 from my point of view, because my computer screen's a little bit further away. That dude ain't making the G League. I don't care if he could make 200 shots in a row. He could never get a shot off. It's almost like kind of disrespectful. I'm not going to lie. Now, live your dream, man. Shoot your shot. I don't have a problem with that. But this is a semi-pro tryout. And I don't see anybody pictured that really looks like they should be playing at Cal Fit or 24-Hour Fitness, let alone in the Detroit Pistons practice facility trying to make the G League team for Detroit. Like, come on. You've got to, if you're G League teams, hear me out. Hear me out. Vet these people. Don't just take their money. Vet them. Like, it's laughable. And here's why I say it's laughable. Because if this is the talent that's showing out for these open tryouts, if you have somebody come in that's really good, it's even that much harder to judge if they're really, really good if you're playing against really, really bad players. Like guys that didn't make their high school teams. Like guys that play more on the sticks than they do the hardwood. So, anyways, again, not trying to hate, shoot your shot, but don't make this a money grab either. Come on, y'all. Let's do better. All right, let's check in with the chat really quick. For the podcasters that are not seeing the picture that I'm talking about, there was nobody on the floor that looked taller than 5'10", 6 feet. There's video of that run too. You can go find that on the X. Yeah, it was bad. The video I saw was bad. I'm being kind right now. And that's coming from a guy that went to an open tryout, not for the G League, but in college. It was a little bit more of an invite because I did not know that my high school coach got involved behind my back because recruiting was much different back then. But somehow it got back to them that I was gearing up for my SDSU tryout. And yeah, I'll never forget that. Dan Goldman, man, blew my mind. Something he did not need to do, but he did anyways. Because we had a guy, Josh Davis, on our team that went D1. He went to UCSB. So anyways, all right, back to the chat. Enough of my Uncle Ricoing. Y'all are talking to yourself. Let's see. Lynn, go Spurs go. Hi from Europe. Glad you guys got there. We hit Cantor Preston. No, you won't, Adam. You absolutely will not. I will take you down in a New York second. Adam, are you streaming my show to your channels? Please tell me that I don't see your channels attached to my show right now. Is that what you're doing? I didn't think I'd have to mess with that setting. Adam, are you planning to stream this show to your channels? A yes or a no would be nice. Or maybe
I'm not a smart man.
Hey Ryno, do you care if I stream this to my YouTube channel? To what is it? Looks like a Twitch channel? Or is somebody just broken in to the format and now streaming this somewhere without my permission? Get Rome for the wrestling segment. He's already changed his mind about NASCAR. He's already changed his mind. He's good on NASCAR. I think you need to be a little bigger, but yes, Rome would come on if you grew the channel just a bit more. I might be able to chase him down. Oregon won the very first basketball championship there was. Interesting. Good to know. Okay, I love how you guys have your show within the show. WNBA is getting crazy every day. I'm not putting that on the screen, Haunted Horse. 5 o'clock Hollywood Rejects. If you want to go there. What's up, John Fitch? All right, we're gonna be to do some wrestling. We might have some interaction from Parts Unknown as well. I need to know though. You know what? I'm gonna bring him up really quick, and he's gonna have audio issues inevitably. You poaching this show? Did you add this to your channels?
Well, I was going to until you got all hoity-toity about it.
I mean, just a simple. Could I stream it there?
You never answer your texts when you're on the show.
You couldn't hit me with that before the show. You can stream it, dude.
What? That's not allowed? I thought this was America.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Giving you a
it's
hard
fine.
time. I'm giving you a hard time. Deal with it. What's up, dude?
I know. What's up, bro?
How you doing? Happy Friday.
How am I doing? What do you mean? How am I doing?
Yeah, it's a big night. Patriot. There you go. Chelsea Green. I mean, we kind of hit it on Monday, but big night for SmackDown. There's a lot of reasons to watch SmackDown tonight.
There are a lot of reasons. What's your first reason?
I mean, certainly I'd be lying if I said Chelsea wasn't a part of it, but KO, I want to see KO.
KO Punk
on the mic. I also want to see what the crowd's going to do with Nick Aldis and see if we're going to get something set up with maybe Sami Zayn and Nick Aldis. And then also, my guess would be we're probably going to get a return or two on SmackDown. You might see some new people out there.
You might see a new person, allegedly. Tatum Paxley was spotted backstage at SmackDown this evening.
Good. Okay. I love Tatum Paxley. I think she's great.
Yeah, I wish I would have got on that train a little bit sooner. But she gave my daughter a hug and told her she loved her, so I'm a big Tatum Paxley fan now. What about
Orton?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Cody will go off, do their thing for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's good. Like, get them out of the title picture. Can we actually have the buildup that we expected for WrestleMania between those two? And then that leaves Punk and KO to just do their thing, figure it out.
Shack down.
Bad take.
Shack down. I appreciate the effort from Horse. Okay, so what do you think about Raw on Monday night? I did not see how the final match ended between Fatu and Royce Keys, but I thought the rest of it was a really good show.
Yeah, so Jacob, I can't remember if he won or if it was like a disqualification or something, but basically we ended Raw with Royce Keys bleeding out of his mouth, and then here comes Roman after it's already been done and makes Jacob acknowledge him. Yeah, Raw was fine. It was really good, actually. A lot of people are saying it's the best Raw of the year so far.
It's in the conversation. All right, so it is finally getting his push. Is that what we're doing?
Man, I truly feel like LA is actually, he's got a shot. I think he's got a shot. Now, does he win? People were saying he was going to enter the AAA tournament to, face Roman Reigns in Mexico City. They've already got that list out of competitors for who's going to be in the AAA Roman tournament.
Roman's fighting in Mexico City.
Yeah, so they're gonna have Raw in Mexico City. I don't know when it is, but they're gonna have a tournament on AAA to determine who is going to face Roman. Still got to give LA Knight a shot. So who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen. likely it's I think what it's going to come down to is you've got like Penta, Ray Phoenix, and Dragon Lee from the main roster. Everyone else is from AAA. So some people are speculating that it could come down to a final of Penta and Ray Phoenix, and then you get some sort of Uso involvement in that final match, and then now you can get the Lucha Bros together to fight the Usos. So might be a little bait and switch here.
Okay. So 2 things. This was incredibly clever, and I did not catch on to it until the internet did.
Yankee, Oscar, uniform. Sierra, uniform. Charlie, Kilo, you suck. You're a fraud.
So I didn't catch on to that. But here's my beef with LA Knight. I like LA Knight a lot. Okay. He's been over for a minute, but I feel like he's playing a character. Like it's not coming off like it used to come off, where it's like I'm being held down. Like it's a little stale. Like I need him to not change his personality, but like maybe I need him to go a little harder, like he used to on the mic.
All that I care about with LA Knight right now is that he cuts a good promo. He doesn't flub his words.
That's
and
the
that
point.
He has good matches. And he hasn't done that since he's been in this rivalry with the Bloodline and said that, hey, if you guys are trying to reform, I'm going to stop that. And that's been the storyline since, WrestleMania, whatever. But I love it. I love it. I think he's actually getting his shot. Now, I think where it goes depends on how well he performs in the ring, on the mic. He's got to do it, and he's been doing it. So I feel good about it right now as it stands. But again, I don't think he's going to take the belt from Roman, but he might. Roman's got to take some time off. We all thought it was going to happen at SummerSlam. Didn't happen. Well, I thought.
So, Horse, the best.
Thank you, Horse. Thank you, Horse.
No.
That's the point.
No, it's not. The best characters in WWE are themselves turned up to like 10 or 20. Where it's like Roman Reigns right now. Like that, nothing feels like he's acting. Like he's in rarefied air, you know?
I will say, post-match SummerSlam, they posted a video on Instagram of him eating McDonald's cheese. He got a number 2, no onions, no ketchup, and he's like sitting there with his belt eating French fries, and there's no chance in hell Roman Reigns eats McDonald's. And then to come out the next night and call LA Knight out on his watch. Bro, you were eating double McDoubles. Can't call the man out on his watch.
What's the number? Wait. Number 2 at McDonald's is 2 cheeseburgers, right?
2 cheeseburgers. Yeah.
It's the best meal on the menu.
Yeah, I was a big fan of that one when I was a kid.
Best meal on the menu. But you have to modify something so you're not getting the cheeseburgers that have been sitting there.
No onions every time.
Extra onions, extra ketchup.
That's disgusting.
Why is that disgusting?
That is crazy work, son.
Crazy.
Pack you up extra onions.
What do you what do you put for the sauce? You just go no onions?
Yeah, no onions.
Problem is when you what's up, EJ? Hope you had a good work day. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend, Lynn's wife. Appreciate you. Sorry we got to the wrestling part already. Lynn's like, dude, you don't do a racing segment
already. It's when we normally do it.
He's like, you don't do a wrestling segment, and it's like, or you don't do a racing segment. It's like, I don't really know a lot about racing. That's the thing. It's the problem.
I raced the F1 go-karts in Vegas a couple months ago.
But they're still like go-karts.
Yeah, they're not very fast. So if you're going to Vegas and you think it's going to be really cool, I mean, it's cool. It's go-karts. It's fun, but it's not like 100-mile-an-hour go-karts.
Have you seen the Peter, you don't listen to me, man. I hit that like 40 minutes ago. Like 50 minutes ago. All good. You can put it in the chat. Peter is our Woj, I guess. In Vegas, they have a heavy equipment experience that you can do, like where you can go mess around with like bulldozers and tractors and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be sober. Have to be sober. You have to blow double zeros.
I'm out.
You're out. So, okay. So,
You know, I used to work in Fountain Hills, Arizona, which is adjacent to Scottsdale. I used to work for the water company up there and read meters when I was 19. And there was one guy that would drive around a tractor through town, but he got a DUI in that thing.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
How do you get a DUI in a tractor?
Yeah.
You're going like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
You're
my
extra
gosh.
special is what you are.
Damn, man. It's crazy how DUIs vary from state to state. Like in Wisco, it's an infraction. It's not even a misdemeanor. And then in other states, you can get like 6 months jail time for DUI.
Yeah, you can. Arizona is one of the toughest states on it. I lived there when Joe Arpaio was sheriff, and if you got busted, he'd send you to Tent City and you wore pink underwear and stripes. But dude, it was a racket. Joe Arpaio was a crook, dude. He owned everything inside those prisons, the concessions, and everything. So he profited by putting people in jail. Not to get political.
Then there's other states. I think it was like Utah and I think it's changed. It was either Colorado or Utah, where you could have like 14 DUIs and like you still never go to jail. It's just like, holy crap. I think it got reformed.
Yeah, that's not good for anyone.
No, it's not. Okay, so what's the next WWE pay-per-view? Is it Money in the Bank?
Okay, so we've got Triple Mania 2 nights, which isn't WWE necessarily. But then are we doing WrestlePalooza again? Okay, so they basically put the second night of the AAA WrestleMania or Triple Mania, whatever. They put that head to head against AEW All Out.
The one in Wembley?
No, that's All In.
Okay.
So then they double back the next month. It's All Out.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, AEW will be here in town for me in September. So I've already talked to my contacts. We're going to be in the thick of it, and hopefully I'll have something to bring back to the show.
You gonna be backstage?
Yep.
Can you get Osprey to say what's up to me?
Do you know that all I care about is meeting Chris Jericho? And speaking of Chris Jericho, he donned this past weekend his Corazón de León, the original Lionheart from 33 years ago. He donned that this weekend, and I just love Chris Jericho. He's my Mount Rushmore. He's up there.
What's wrong with his chest?
He's 55 years old, Ryan.
No, it's been going on like since way before then. Like, what's up with his chest? It's like indented.
He's
Okay.
built different.
All right. What do you think Chelsea and what's the storyline going to be between Chelsea and
Rhea?
Tiffany Stratton? No.
Well, they were at a house show last night and they were in the middle of the ring, like holding hands and jumping together. And then Charlotte came out as well. I think you could have a really cool group with like a Charlotte, Tiffy, Chelsea. Who else? Maybe a Blake Monroe. Who else could we throw in there?
Dude, if I don't see Blake Monroe tonight, I'm going to throw and not backstage. I need a full Blake Monroe entrance, like introduce her. She needs to make a big impact. I will throw something at the TV if I don't see her.
Has she even had a match?
Only dark matches.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre because she's ready. She's packaged, ready to go.
That's why I think they're going to strap a freaking rocket to her. I think they were waiting. You know what? I bet you Blake Monroe will be Chelsea's first challenger.
Cool. She better not win. I don't know if you've seen the updates on Rhea, but she just had knee surgery this week.
Oh, so it's going to be a minute then.
She's going to be out.
What type of surgery was it?
4, 6 months is my guess.
See, that makes it all the worse that they did the interim. That's so bad.
Well, and so there's rumors that tonight they might announce that they're going to drop the interim title. Like Chelsea is just the champion.
How do you walk that back, though?
I don't know how you walk it back, but they need to. Make it right, dude. Some people are talking about like Charlotte Flair winning the ladder match this past weekend, and a fair point. Like, you don't want Charlotte to win 15 on an interim, right? So that makes sense, but no,
nobody in that match. Okay, two things. Nobody in that match deserved it more than Chelsea, and number two, Charlotte has plenty of time,
right,
to get to 15, 16, and you get her to 17. Now you're kind of messing with Cena, so I don't think there's a big rush there.
No, and I think she's got plenty of road ahead of her too. Like, how old is Charlotte?
I don't know.
I mean, she's been in the game a long time, but she's still not that old, man. She's in great shape. She can still go. So yeah, I'm with you there. But drop the stupid interim stuff. Put some respect on Chelsea's name, for Christ's sake. Come on.
That's what you're gonna hear tonight. Yep. Straight up.
I got my finger.
That's what she does. No, it's a perfect feud.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Because and there's nothing wrong with having Blake lose to Chelsea, but you're automatically putting her into that main event kind of area. Sure. I just hope that Chelsea, like I hope it's not like a Sami Zayn thing.
That is my biggest fear. So I hope that they announce that it's no longer the interim and she is just the champ. Don't give her a match tonight.
See,
Let second her come out and celebrate.
No. The second,
and then interrupt. She gets interrupted, and then now we have the challenger.
Yes,
but no match tonight.
And you might have the challenger that night.
No, tonight. I would hate that. Let us just live for a week with Chelsea as champion, please.
Do people know what's behind your door?
What?
Do people know what's behind your door?
No, they have no idea.
Why don't you show them? Like,
I'm not going to.
You're not going to?
Absolutely not.
Why?
it's going to compromise my integrity as a reporter.
All right. All right, fair enough. Who's on the injured list right now? Or in the injured ring? Let's see.
All right, we got Elton Prince, Rhea Ripley, Logan Paul, Bianca Belair, Naomi. Drew McIntyre's not injured, but he's missing. I think we're all clear besides that, right?
We talked about Naomi returning. I don't think that's the spot tonight.
Did she have Liv's belt though? Yeah, she had the heavy.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Heavyweight championship.
Heavyweight championship.
Doesn't-
Women's heavyweight
doesn't feel
championship.
Fitting, seeing as 95-pound Liv Morgan is the holder of that belt.
Liv's she's great. You know what? Let's talk about that today. What'd you think of that segment? Becky Lynch turning face.
It was good. It was really good. And I am not typically a huge fan of Becky, but I enjoyed her in this segment because I dislike her less. I dislike Becky. Hold on. Let me finish my thought. I'll touch on that. Icebox, I'll send you a picture later, buddy. I forget what I was talking about.
Becky turning face.
Yeah, Becky, I like her more than Liv, so I think it's cool. And she ripped Liv a new one in that promo. I thought she killed Liv on the mic. So I'm excited for that, and it's a different direction. When's the last time, if ever, we've seen these two go head to head? I don't know.
There's certain people that should never be a face or a heel. Becky should always be a face. She's an awful heel. Okay. Randy Orton should never be a face. He should always be a heel. Always, always, always. It's like that type of dynamic. So I'm glad they brought her back. That's a good little refresh for her. It's probably I don't think Becky takes the title off Liv, but you could probably do a good couple match feud there.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Becky acknowledged the 100 days with no title defense.
And they were
that's crap.
Yeah, they were smart too to do it in Des Moines because Seth is from Iowa. He's got a wrestling school in Iowa, etc.
Yeah, no, it worked great.
What's next for Seth?
Who knows, man? The whole thing was weird with the Shield stuff when they, like, I'm not gonna say reunited, but it leaves questions. Like, I know Mox's contract is up soon with AEW. Well, I don't know that, but that's what everyone's saying. So are they just like, my question is, do they already have something maybe sort of in place, which, it's a contract?
No, they
so
don't. They don't. There's zero tampering with both companies.
Right. But are they planting seeds in his head like, hey, come back? I just think Mox has such a great thing going on with AEW. I love what he's doing. He is just a scumbag over there, and he's gross, and it's fun. And there's been a lot of, like, on my Instagram, I've been getting these reels of Mox talking about when he left WWE, and he's like, I want to be a heel. I'm done with these stupid storylines where I'm always the sucker, the loser, the joke, butt of the joke. And so I don't see him ever leaving AEW. I think he's there to stay for the rest of his career.
So for you took it that way. I took it the exact opposite. I think it was putting the Shield to bed, and it was giving him like the respect that he was part of it too. But I think it was basically saying he ain't coming back. Like let's put this to bed publicly for the IWC.
It was it did feel a little awkward because it was like the match ended and then they were like, oh,
there was too much of it. You could have done it a little bit more casual.
Hell of a match though. I loved it. Like the using each other's finishers on each other, and then they threw in the Mox DDTs, and it was cool, man. It was a fun match. Night 2. I mean, I enjoyed everything about SummerSlam for the most part.
I really hate. Oh, go ahead.
The Danhausen Dom stuff, like, thank God they only made that like a 5-minute match. And then like the Fatal Influence Bella's.
That was a wreck.
Brie Bella's out. She's done. PTL. See you later.
See, she is one person. I like Brie more than I like Nikki. Like, all this means is we're going to get some type of Nikki singles run, which I have no tolerance for. Grant is off tonight, so he will be back Monday. In fact, we'll be back together on Monday. Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a shot real quick. Bear with me.
The hell was that?
Remote.
Only here. I am not sure if. Well, I don't want to say it that way. I'll say it this way. I thought it was really uncool of the hate that Triple H's daughter got for singing America the Beautiful. Night 1 of SummerSlam.
I understand being proud of your children, but not that her performance was bad, but it wasn't great. And I could see how the haters would say, oh, putting your daughter on to sing the national anthem instead of someone who can actually sing. I get it. I think it's sweet. It's kind. I would, if I were Triple H and my daughter wanted to sing the national, I'd let her. So, I can't hate on it as a father from the fatherly aspect, but as a fan of the product, we've had better.
You're so bad, Justin. Justin, you're gonna get me in trouble, man.
So, oh God,
okay,
what's her boyfriend's name?
I don't think they're together anymore.
Yeah.
Justin, it's so funny. We're getting ready for a bulky waste cleanup, or pickup. You get 3 of them a year in Elk Grove for free.
What? Bulky waste?
Bulky waste pickup.
King Kong Bundy had a bulky waste.
Yes, indeed.
So did Dusty.
You get to put out like 5 yards. Yeah, you get to put out 5 yards by 7 yards of stuff that can be up to 5 feet tall. So stuff you want to get rid of. The only
square yards.
The only problem with that is you have these like people that come in the middle of the night and they start picking through your piles. So anyways, I found a suitcase that had a ton of King stuff in it that was given to me. And I'm like, oh, I'm like looking through, and her like t-shirts were in there. not like her actual t-shirts, but the t-shirts that the Kings gave out, like with her band or whatever, her name on the back of them. When
Beck's daughter?
When she performed at one of the halftime shows.
Who the hell wants that?
I don't know. Dude, don't put me into a weird spot. I met her before.
Reload!
Just because you're streaming this to your channels does not mean...
I'm not. I backed out and I stopped streaming it to my channels.
Why? You're fine, dude.
Because you were giving me crap about it.
When do I never...
I don't want to overstep boundaries. I mean, I work here for free. I think the last thing I can do is stream my own damn channel. Holy cow.
I work here for free.
All right, dude, check this out. I just got back in from Idaho again today. Helped my grandmother move out of her house, and I got some cool stuff.
Oh, hold on. Let me bring you in.
Oh, look out. We got a Aaron Beanie Baby.
What is
Still in
that?
the packaging. It's a McDonald's one that they did. But kind of a big deal. All right. Check this out. I had to help my grandmother move out of her apartment into a nursing home this week. And so helping her clean up and stuff, I got all of my great grandpa's World War II collection, I suppose. The coolest thing, this is from Congress. This is a USS Arizona coin. My great grandfather was on the USS Arizona, the one that sunk in Pearl Harbor. It's still there today, and he was one of the few survivors.
Holy crap!
That. Yeah, pretty wild. But I got all his old stuff. I got this photo book from when he was deployed. So there's all these like old, I don't know, Polaroid photos from Japan, Philippines, China, Hawaii. We got a haul this week.
Good stuff,
anyway,
man. That's a big move. Good on you for helping her. That's not an easy move. Let's put it that way.
No, man, she's 86. Like, she can't live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. She's gonna freeze to death.
Yeah, dude. I yesterday was emotional. It was hard.
Take you back?
No, that was not why.
What was it?
I had to give away my baby, and it was hard to, the procession from the backyard to the curb. I said goodbye to my Traeger. Damn, it had some good times, some good service, man. I got that thing in. What's that?
Waste?
No, so the bulky waste pickup isn't until next week, but I was talking to the other half, and we were talking about things that we could put out that people will take immediately. And she was
broken.
Yeah, I mean you could probably get it working again, but we just decided it was time. But it was funny because she's like, no, why are you putting that out? Nobody's gonna take it. Like, she's like giving me the business about it, and I'm like, dude, that thing's gonna be gone before you blink. And she yeah, exactly. I'm not crying, I'm just cutting onions. It's kind of her fault because she got into this grilled vegetable phase, and John Finch will clap his hands at this asparagus. Oh, he thought I was talking about Gordo. No, but Gordo unfortunately is not far
That's
off.
what I was kind of
Yeah, no,
scared to say that.
Gordo's getting up there. He's almost. I would say I don't know what the I need to hit up Dr. J Griffiths, but
Dr. J.
No, good man, Dr. J. Is a vet here in town and a great friend of the show, personally and professionally. But I think Gordo is beyond the standard for being legally deaf for a dog. So, anyways, the Traeger's out. I leave. By the time I get back, the Traeger's gone. And it was only an hour and a half. And apparently somebody came, knocked on the door. They're like, "Are you sure you're giving that away?" Because it had like the cover on it and everything. And
the cover.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, take it. And he's like, you know what? I work on these. Like, this is what I do. Like, I find ones, and I've been able to fix like some problems that Traeger can't fix. So, somebody else has my baby. It makes me feel good that it
worked for Traeger then.
I don't know, but you know, if you can get that baby working again, that'd be awesome. And it had a fire, which really screwed up the heating pit where the pellets go into.
Sure.
So
the auger.
Yeah. It had Jen had too much olive oil on the asparagus, and anyways, yeah. Not going to get into it, but yes, Traegers are awesome. I kept the shirt. The shirt's still around, but dude, you know what? That thing had some nothing. And I'm not trying to joke about your grandfather's service. That's amazing. Salute to him. He's a hero.
Yeah.
But I got my money's worth out of that Traeger. We got it in 2015. Went for almost a decade. Let's go.
Okay. Now make sure if you buy a new one that you have 2.5 Wi-Fi or whatever the hell it is. It's like a lower Wi-Fi. And if your modem doesn't spit that out, you can't use the wireless on your Traeger.
The Traegers have gone.
You know what? I used to have a Green Mountain grill prior to my Traeger and absolutely loved it. They are now the same price as Traeger, which sucks, but that thing was fantastic. So shout out Green Mountain Grill.
The ever since Traeger started putting because mine did not have like the Wi-Fi and all that, it was it was right when they were just making damn good grills, right? And it had the cooling, but it didn't have anything besides that. And it was awesome. The new ones, they're hell on wheels. My dad bought, and I don't want to misrepresent the story, but he bought like one of the top of the line new ones that came out, and within it was not long, the thing wouldn't even light. And so he went on to it,
but it's just it's too much going on.
Well, okay, so yeah, I know. You know, the only problem for me, Haunted Horse, it's building the Weber. That's my problem. There is something about the charcoal and the indirect heat and the searing. But there's so many more options now today for the wood pellet grills than there were in 2015. Traeger was king in 2015. And if you had a Traeger, it's like, oh, hell yes.
How rich are you?
No, it wasn't how rich are you. It's just you could make something taste like you had smoked it for freaking hours. You just cook a steak on it and it would have a little tiny ring on it, you know? So it was great meat. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you gonna take that.
You really can't screw it up in
Yes.
smoker, a pellet grill.
Great point. Great point.
And
Exactly.
and
right.
I'm really great at screwing things up, so that's why I have one. It's like my insurance policy.
Traegers are great for no flare-ups. Yes, unless you douse or just start pouring olive oil into the grill, then you'll have a flare-up. My boss had a Green Mountain grill at the warehouse for over a year, and then one day he gave it to me. His dog chewed the electrical wires. I gave it to my electrician friend. There you go. All right.
Okay, so here's, if you want to know, one of my pride and joys on the Traeger is this. Does that work better? Not really.
What is that?
This thing on top here is just a big meatball. So it's a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground pork. It's called Over the Top Chili. So
I have a buddy that makes that. Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
So you put it in the smoker for a few hours. You put all your chili stuff underneath the meatball, and so it just drips into that.
Yep.
Smoke it for a few hours. Then you drop that big ass meatball in there, chop that thing up. It's the best damn chili you've ever had in your life. I'll tell you that.
Yep. My buddy does something very similar to that. I've heard it is very good. Yeah, I have range. I could probably still make it a decent conversation. Do you know how to say that last name? Paolo? Alex Paolo? Yeah, so goodbye to my Traeger.
Damn. Guess you'll have to salute it like Chelsea Green tonight.
Mr. Traeger, salute.
No match for Chelsea tonight. Green bested Charlotte Flair, Jade, Lash, Tiffy. Like, you're not going to give Tiffy a match. I think we are going to see it. Okay, we have Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill tonight. And then they show a photo of Randy and Cody and Punk and Owens. So
really quick, let's answer Jake's question. The best overall rookie in this most recent NBA draft class. I think Peterson's looking pretty good, especially with Utah and the fact that he's showing he can distribute. It's really hard to say, Jake. The top four are all going to be really good players, and they're going to be really good players in different ways. If you want a guy that was outside of the top four, which isn't your direct question, I'm going to say Burries is the guy to watch for from Arizona. We saw him at the California Classic, and he has a composure to his game. He can get to his spots when he wants to. His body is NBA ready. I think him with the Bucks is going to be he is with the Bucks, right? Who was in California?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I had to look at my credential. Yeah, he's with the Bucks. I think Burries is going to be just a top-notch player. So that's going to be a steal.
Yeah, I think Tim Ream is probably going to be the best prospect in the MLS this season.
Okay. All right. Hit us with your randomest questions right now. That's how we'll end the show. The Icebox
does not have to be wrestling or sports.
Yeah, and just not. It has to be clean, and we'll try to hit it. You've got 5 minutes to put whatever you want in, and we'll
let me
see.
say this: it has to be clean for Ryan, but not me.
Better racer, Kyle Larson or Alex Powell? I'm going Kyle Larson
Busch.
every time.
Kyle Larson.
Because he's from Elk Grove. Can't go against Kyle Larson.
She didn't ask me.
Hometown dude.
She didn't ask me.
Yeah, dude, they're asking both of us. Yaxel, yeah, I mean, Lindenberg looked pretty good. I've got some. Here's the thing: the position he played in summer league, he was playing against, to me, guys that are undersized. So when he gets to the regular season, he's not going to be able to get spots as easily. Okay, random. What temperature is it in your respective studios, Adam?
Sorry, hold on. This just in.
United States champion will defend that championship against the former champion, Trick Williams, and that happens tonight live on SmackDown.
This just in. Baron Corbin versus Trick Willie. Rematch.
That belt's so stupid.
It was brutal. So after Baron got cut last year, I went out on a limb and I got this out of 10 auto for like $10, I think, maybe 5. But you never know what happens in this game, and so you buy low. Who knows? I've always liked Baron. I liked Baron Corbin. I thought he was good.
I thought he's a big barbecue guy, by the way. I think he looks a lot better than he did before, and I thought he looked good at SummerSlam. All right, temperature
in work during the in his indie run, like he does a good job, man. I mean, are his mic skills great? Is his look great? Maybe not, but he's pretty damn. He's good.
All right. What temperature is it in your respective studios? You go first.
Oh, we keep it. Actually, my thermostat is set at like 71 right now. But that's because it's summer and it doesn't actually feel like 71 in here. But in the winter, I'm messing around 74, 75.
70 with the fan also blowing. When the winter comes around, I don't use the heater. So
I am cold-blooded, brother.
I like it cold.
No, I hate it. It drives me nuts.
What does I can't get mine to 65. That's
I live
the
in a
problem.
terrarium.
See,
these people in Denver, I had a layover in Denver today, and it was 80 degrees. And, the lady that deals with the luggage in the tunnel, boarding the plane, comes in, and she's like, oh! I go, dude, come on. I've lived in Sacramento, Phoenix, and Dallas my entire life, so I'm only used to, 100 plus.
See, I'm with Horse. I can't stand being hot because it's harder to cool down. It's way easier to warm up.
Easy to cool down.
So, 100 Horse has 2 AC units in his office. Not a surprise. I think they brought back Corbin to kind of season the young guys a little bit. I don't think it's like to push him to the main event. What does Darius Acuff preferred meal before a game? You said anything. His favorite food is chicken wings. It's interesting what happens in the NBA hallways, though, because some guys do not, and I can't speak to the Kings because we don't really go by their locker room, and they have whatever they need is going to be inside the doors of the locker room. But the visiting team's locker room, right outside their locker room, there will always be a food setup. And depending on the team, you might have stuff that's catered, or you will literally have hot plates there and chefs like making pasta or like doing whatever for certain guys. So it's funny how some guys don't want to eat and some guys want to eat before games. So,
hey, did you see CM Punk's trousers?
Are we really going? Okay.
So maybe he shouldn't eat before.
Did he really?
I
Or
don't know.
was he just
I don't
sweating?
think so. I think it was just sweat. But I mean, they also wear those thick, tight underneath their shorts.
That's the point. There's no way that that's gonna like.
I don't think I've ever seen sweat seep through before. Maybe
I don't
at least on shorts.
I don't think he. Maybe. I mean, it's
He's
not
48.
unheard of.
I would do that if you put me in a wrestling ring. So,
Dude, you'd take a bump and
I would take a dump, not a bump.
and we end there. Perfectly.
No, we can't end. We can't end.
Okay, then you finish this off.
All right, tomorrow is the most special day of all time. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh shoot! Happy birthday! You know what? Hold on. I got something for you.
Is it Chelsea Green's theme song?
No, it is not. It's something that we paid a lot of money for. We do it for everybody when it's their birthday. We got Mike Tyson to sing happy
birthday song.
Nope. We got Mike Tyson to sing happy birthday to you, buddy.
Hey, yay, it's your birthday. Hey, it's your day. It's not Monday, it's not Tuesday, it's not Wednesday, it's not Thursday, it's not Friday, it's not Saturday, it's not Thursday. It's your birthday.
Thank you. All right. So my family knows me well, and they got me a haul this week. By the way, sorry, I had some stuff on my computer that I was waiting to show. It turned my camera off. Here we go. All right. We're going to start with the
Can I put you
Stone Cold.
All right.
Yeah, sure. We got the Stone Cold. Oh, this also has the Build-A-Figure Bob Backlund. Which part of Bob Backlund, you might ask? It's his torso. So then you have to buy the other 4 at the bottom to complete the Bob Backlund. So we got the Stone Cold baseball jersey.
That's so ridiculous.
Oh, it's awesome. Are you kidding me? The Build-A-Figure? Here's my favorite one. Golga from the Oddities. I also bought like a little Cartman to go with him and his shirt, but that didn't come with it. My dad found out I didn't have a Randy Macho Man Savage, so he got me this one. This is like
a sick one.
WrestleMania 3.
Yeah,
WrestleMania 1?
That's pretty sick. That's 3.
It is sick. Yeah, it's 3, right? That's when they came out with all those things.
Oh no, maybe it was. I don't know if it was 3.
What?
Yeah, maybe it was 3.
I know Hulk and Andre came out in 3 with those little mini rings.
It was 3. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right, cool. Then we got another one. I'm telling you, if you go to your Targets and Walmarts right now, especially Walmart, they are overloading on all kinds of awesome figures right now. This one comes with the Broken Skull belt and the what shirt and the vest and some beers. Come on, quit playing with me.
Love it.
We also got the Jacob Fatu with the werewolf mask. Just a big fan of that guy. And then the coup de grace. I'm going to start this way and work my way over. All right. We've got the Hall of Champions Intercontinental Championship lineage. Dom Mysterio, CM Punk, Honky Tonk Man, my favorite, and Pat Patterson. Now I just need a Gerald Briscoe. But it's got every iteration of the IC belt in here too.
No, it doesn't. Where's the white one?
Well, shut up. That's the women's.
No, it's not. Cody had the white one. Cody brought the white one out in Sacramento. I was there.
But So some major hauls this week.
How old are you going to be?
Somebody take a guess.
46.
46?
Well, because you've been listening to talk radio longer than me.
Yeah, that's true. I've been in the jungle longer than you.
Are you 5'0"?
Am I 5'0"?
Yeah, like, are you turning 50 or what?
No.
Okay, Icebox says 48.
You guys are messed up, dude. I'm not 48.
44.
Getting warmer.
45. 43.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't realize you're only a year older than me.
It's the last year of my Pat Tillman year.
Your
Or
Pat
last day.
Tillman year.
My
All
Pat
right.
Tillman.
Oh, look at Flores kissing your butt. 38.
Hey, let's go. Someone at Idaho said, "You don't look a day over 35." I said, "Bless your soul, young buck."
Yeah, you actually don't, dude. You don't have any gray. I'm gray
No, I don't.
all over the place, man.
You can't gray blonde, baby.
You're gonna have the Ric Flair hair. All right, we got to wrap up because I got another commitment. We've gone long.
You're on the watering hole tonight or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Horace and Gale at 5:00 on Hollywood Rejects. Completely different show, by the way. Not this show. Don't bring your kids.
Do not bring your kids.
Yeah. Lynn's wife, 35. Look at it. You're getting some love. Hey, bit of fun.
Man, go Spurs.
Go Spurs. Look at you. You're just eating this up right
Kissing
now.
ass.
It has been a really, really fun week. I mean, it's been, I don't know, probably a legendary week. I mean, how else should we put it? I mean, Romy, tell them, how good has this week been?
Ryan, that is your smack off win right there.
This has been a great week.
That's your Emmy. That's
Emmy
your
for this
Oscar.
week. Let's go.
That's your strap.
All right, we appreciate everybody.
That's your ring.
Have a
That's
great
your
weekend.
banner.
Be safe.
That's
be
all
cool.
of those
for Adam,
things
for Ryno,
combined.
for Romy.
Hey,
we're
that's
out.
your wingman watch right there, Ryno. Ryno, if I were you, I'd walk the hell off on that because you're never going to top that. Ryno, I've seen all your stuff. I know. If I were you, I'd walk the hell off on that.